Testing, testing. Can anyone hear me? Yep, I yep. I thinking people can hear me. Well, uh, yeah. It's been I forgot that pretty much. There's a lot of technical issues involved, like a lot of them. Oh, okay. After so many delays and pretty much me trying to figure out what's happening, I guess we can finally start. Hello and welcome to one of many monthly streams that I'm going to do for the channel. And technically, hello MFAGK, welcome to the stream. But as I was saying, welcome to one of many streams I'm gonna be doing for the channel. And to tell you the truth, I'm a bit nervous because it's honestly been since forever since I did one of these things. What do you mean? I mean 84 years? Basically, a joking, meme manner of saying that it's been long. Basically, but I haven't done one of these live streams in like 5 years. Like it literally has been long. I think I'm stumbling around here, but yeah, this is gonna be one of many monthly live streams that I'm gonna do. Like at the end of each month, I'm gonna try to do one of these live streams. Though I'm gonna go ahead of time and say that there's a chance that I'm not really gonna be doing this every month. There might be one. I might delay one on purpose to try to get it finish a video in case it happens, or if or in case something personal just presented itself and pretty much prevented me from doing one of these. But yeah, at the end of each month, I'm gonna do one live stream, and it could be anything. It's me just discussing one thing that I've seen, like movies or a topic. It could be me messing around with some stuff that is online. Time and pretty much as I think many people have experienced back in the past that that'll be like streaming me making a drawing or editing something. And I also have to mention we might really have a lot of technical issues around here. Consider that my computer is not really the best of the best. I think it does struggle in some places, and pretty much I don't have the strongest of internet connection. So pretty much, if you see my voice just jumping around, pretty much making sentences incoherent, pretty much it could be my connection and the computer just struggling to basically struggling to live live stream the live stream. If you get my grave. Okay. Yep, and we're having technical issues. If you can hear me, YouTube it's really being stingy. But anyways, I'll try to link this to a couple servers I'm in. I really hope that. Oh boy. And Okay. It's lonely. It's lonely. Okay. Anyways, for this month's live stream, I decided to pretty much open up things in a more basic way. You know, do a quick Q&A panel, pretty much from you, for you to ask me any type of questions. It could be the thing that is on the front of the screen right now, or it could be about something that I've seen, like a movie, or something related to a past video, or something. It could be anything. Your my opinion on my opinion on anything, or something really dumb. Something really dumb. So very much much. If you want to ask me a question, go ahead. I'm open. So, how all of you are doing right now? I hope you're doing fine because in my case, it's been a little bit complicated. It's been an oddly I'd say a little bit of a blue day. It's not really been the for real. It's not really being one of the more sunny days. In fact, I think a lot of stuff happened that cool basically pulled down the mood. But anyways, oh boy, we don't have viewers. I think I bored everyone. Okay, I'm just gonna try to promote this live stream. Oh my god. I'm gonna try to pull as many viewers into one of these. Oh. Okay. Promote on. Okay. Anyone here? Anyone here? No. I really gotta. So it's either really loose. Yeah, I was not really prepared. I definitely didn't prepare myself for one of these. So trying to pull viewers. Viewers. Okay. I think we're not really having much trouble around the live stream. I think it's stable enough for my voice to be heard. Alright, just providing this to a couple servers. I could just pull up my phone and do it quickly. That is, if it's not easy to to get lost in the many channels. My God, so many. Oh boy. Self promotion. Here we go. Okay. Hello, Lucy. Lucy, welcome to the stream. It's been a little bit lonely. Just promoting, just promoting to a couple servers I'm in, and we're good to go. If there's someone still here, lol. Okay, okay. Self promos, self promos. Wait. Oh no. Wait. Links. Yeah, yeah. Go on, go on, go on. Feel free to ask a question. I'm here to answer it. Okay. I'm still waiting for the question. It's a little bit awkward if I'm not really. If I am a. Are you going to make a more Ponyville Maker video in the near future? Yes, yes. I'm actually planning to do more videos with him. It's just a little bit. It's just that pretty much I'm still trying to brainstorm ideas for new overall videos. But in fact, I can confirm that the next one of the next videos involving him and Balin the Wolf because considering that my channel is a little bit more different to the stuff I post on other stuff and other places. Is they still kind of interact in a more interesting way. But I can confirm that one of the videos you're seeing on the timeline right now is just an absolute chill and relaxing evening of multiplayer gaming thing, which is gonna be a video focusing on the two of them, pretty much like in the same vein as Neverland a Wisp Gun, which was basically Ponyville Maker being cursed around one thing related to Balin. So pretty much, but in this case, it's gonna be the gaming. Okay. Hello, Yuma. Welcome to the stream. It's been a long time, and pretty much we're gonna do things a little bit more different. Okay. To anyone joining, feel free to send me questions, and later on we're gonna do something a little bit fun, and I hope that pretty much the stream stay stable because my God, I think the poor computer is like suffering like a lot. $5 for. Hello, EduKHC 14 videos 85. Okay, I'm turning on that volume a little bit. I'm basically entering my own stream and pretty much seeing that the music is low. Yeah, I turned down the volume. There was supposed to be music here. Anyone watching this stream, feel welcome to send a question on chat, and pretty much I'll try to answer it. Oh my god, I can hear my own AirPod here. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm pretty much like streaming my own stream here just to see if I need to correct some audio. And pretty much I just heard my voice. Have you begun to do any new progress on episode 105 yet? It's been a long time since I've heard anything about it. I can confirm that pretty much I'm working in like the 3D stuff that is gonna involve the second half, and trust me, there's gonna be plenty of elements involving 3D. So 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 episode 105 is still in production. It's still in production. In production, it's just that pretty much I'm preparing probably the most time-consuming thing ever, and that is 3D, because rendering like backgrounds, animations with the medium does take some more time than just editing. So pretty much that's the reason why there hasn't been new updates on regarding the episode. But technically, the video is still the episode is in production. I really hope to bring it soon. Hello, Henry. Hello. Question: what's your favorite food? I can easily answer it that it's pizza and pretty much it's chicken wings. Although I'm not really gonna be able to have some of that sooner or later in this year. I'm being put on a diet. Question: is Taylor the Pony still gonna be in videos? Well, technically, I really need to see if I can fit him in the story involving. But right now, I don't see him. I don't see the character being put in one of my videos anytime soon, because I really need to figure out what I want to do with him first. Nice. Why did you bring us any food, MFAGK? I mean, we're hungry. Oh, we're hungry here. Oh boy. Hello, Zach. Hello, welcome to the stream. So I could explain what's currently on screen right now, but this is basically what I consider the pipeline of videos that I want to do for 2026. There's a chance that not all of them are gonna make it to this year because, as we know, life likes to do some trolling and pretty much screw us over just because. but I can really explain. That pretty much the video that I really want to open this 2026 run is basically a top 10 of my favorite films of 2025 because last year I went to the movies a lot, a lot. If you have visited either my Twitter or my BlueSky, guy, you may have seen that many times that pretty much is I just go like I'm gonna see a movie and pretty much I post that movie opinion to say movie was good, movie was okay, movie was well rarely movie was dog shit, but it only happened to two movies. Spoiler alert: it was the Jurassic World movie that released last year. Fucking sucked. My favorite food is cupcakes. Cupcakes are good, but it's been a long time since I had one. But yeah, pretty much. But yeah, the first video that I'm aiming to release for the 2026 run is basically a top 10 of my favorite. Well, a top 10 of my favorite movies with pretty much me just going a line round of the other films. 10, very much you can see episode 105 is I'm on that pipeline because I do want to finish this video for once and for all because it's been a long time since last episode and pretty much I procrastinate too much and prioritize put other videos on the on the front or basically life just interrupting any chances of me working the video. I'm afraid I have no plans to re-upload episode 12 after what YouTube did to me a while back. And even though my warning finally got expired this month, I can rest myself getting another one. I can truly understand. So pretty much a little bit of a reminder, and there always have an alternative to YouTube. Don't really ditch the entirety of this site because this is the only way you can actually build a reach, but don't be afraid to put your content in other places. Though there's a chance that pretty much the YouTube alternative will just get even worse than YouTube already is, or pretty much just suddenly close down because there's no more money for the servers. But yeah. Question: what are your favorite toppings to put on a pizza? And what chicken wing flavor is your favorite? Well, my favorite toppings to put on a pizza is basically the mushrooms and bacon. It's a combo that just works just right. And chicken wing flavor, the original buffalo sauce. You could offer me some really more tasty options like lemon pepper or garlic parmesan or you could offer me some really more spicy alternatives, but you can never beat the classics. Like making both here on Odysee. Yeah, like Odysee. I might consider making both videos on here on Odysee. That's the spirit. That's the kind of logic we need. Pretty much acknowledge that YouTube is still the main platform that you can actually build it on this, but pretty much also be aware that your content is not gonna be up every time here. So pretty much it's better to keep your digital footprint in other places as well. In terms of, but yeah, then continuing after this, and I also have some downfall parodies planned for this occasion, like Hitler gets harassed by a mob of people, which it's like some sort of continuation to the Hitler gets cancelled video that I made last year. And it's gonna be a little bit of a yeah, Zach, I agree. It's good for archiving. What's your favorite gangster movie? Ooh, that's a little bit of a tricky one since, honest to God, I honestly haven't seen many gangster movies. They honestly don't really grab my attention as other subgenres and genres of movies. But the only one that I've seen and it's pretty much the obvious option, is The Godfather. And I thought it was solid. I can understand its importance on cinema, but I wasn't the biggest fan. I don't think it's the masterpiece that it was, but pretty much I can certainly say that it didn't insist on itself. Yeah, that's a Family Guy reference. But yeah, pretty much. But pretty much, I'm not really that big on gangster movies. Though I'm actually still willing to try some of them, like Goodfellas. Question: do you like Vinyl from LP? Oh hell yeah, I do. Dude, best pony. Don't add me. I'm not gonna even detail this. Do you remember we talked about seeing a angry Japanese kid in your series? What will the video Angry Japanese Kid Goes to School basically put the setup for to justify Karu moving from Japan to Germany? Like pretty much explain where did this guy come from? Something like that. And I'm not really gonna play like how pretty much other parents just do it, like pretty much Gary just doing something to get expelled and pretty much his family deciding, alright, right, we're moving to Germany to continue your studies. I'm not really gonna do something like that. It's been overdone, and I want to write something that is a little bit more interesting. Any other question about any other video related to the pipeline I have on screen? Or any other question about other stuff? Feel free to let me know. But pretty much one of the videos I want to put some attention in on itself. Yeah, it's gonna be like AVK goes to school, and yes, I'm gonna do something a little bit more different. I hope it'll be real that the rest of Angry Kid Goes to Slum, or else I'm just gonna describe the angry. What's your favorite fan-made AGK episode? Well, there's not really many fan-made AGK episodes because the meme is basically pretty much putting your interpretation of the character, the other characters, stories, stuff. Pretty much, it's really mostly about. But pretty much storytelling. The AGK meme is a medium to tell stories, your own type of stories. If you want them to be serious, if you want them to be provocative, if you want them to be straightforward stories, if you just want to shitpost, pretty much this meme is really flexible for your needs. But pretty much I can transform that fan-made AGK episode to favorite parodies. I'm just gonna make someone just lose it in this chat. But I think MFAGK currently is doing wonders for the community. I think his episodes are really entertaining, and he's bringing character dynamics to the front, exploring ideas in many unique and interesting ways. And I think his most recent episodes have been really fantastic. Fantastic. If you after this stream, be sure to check his stuff out. It's genuine pick. I know it's an obvious question, but do you have favorite episode from my old series and my reboot series? For your old series, I'm gonna say that pretty much. Okay, it's a little bit difficult, but I think the final 4 episodes, the AGK vs Sonic Doi XC trilogy, and pretty much a remake of AGK Pulse the Fire Alarm, are the ones that I enjoy the most. From the latter one because my ego kind of deserves to be happy at times. So yeah, but in terms of the reboot series, yeah, it's an easy contender. It's both episode 14 and 15. I think there has been many things that just make them really fun and rewatchable. And I can really wait. And I can't wait for new stuff involving episode. I can't wait for episode 16. That's what I'm trying to mean. Season 1, episode 8 is where I started to pick. MFHK is lying. He's peaked the moment he begun. What's your favorite pony video maker fan art? Ooh, there's so many. I haven't seen many of them. Many drawings of my OC. But there's one that I genuinely think really not only encapsulates the wackiness of the character without saying much, but it really fits perfectly to the channel. But you'll have to see it until I make episode 105, and I hope that wait is worth it. Yep, I can see that as well. Anyways, I want to put out of the videos that you're currently seeing on the pipeline I have on screen. I want to bring attention to the life-changing egg, which is classified under a pony video maker video. But for that video alone, I'm gonna introduce a new OC into the mix. Not only for the drawings, but for the videos as well. I'm not really gonna detail anything about it just yet. In fact, I'm gonna keep it on closed doors until it comes out. But trust me, it's time that I introduce something like to pretty much experiment with OC creation, because it's been a long time. But Pony Video Maker and Belly in the Wolf had been around for years, and I pretty much depended on them. So pretty much I think it's time for me to introduce new stuff, new characters for this type of videos, and pretty much as well test myself in the way I tell stories. But so far we have a little bit of an interesting lineup of videos. Aside from the life-changing egg, I'm also really excited to make the my top 10 of favorite films of 2025, because last year I did see some really good stuff, and I really want to discuss it in a little bit more time that a simple Letterboxd review or tweet can allow me. Episode 105 is also on my excitement list, and pretty much the other Pony Video Maker and Belly in the Wolf videos, like just an absolutely chill and relaxing evening of multiplayer gaming, as well Belly's comedy routine and the Haunted Studio. Yes, that's a Pony Video Maker. As well, the very much I want to do Angry German Kid learns how to make a jack-o'-lantern, because that's gonna be shit posted at his insane. And I really really want to do. Yeah, we're gonna. I hope that pretty much I'm able to pull off all of the videos on screen, but it's also gonna depend on how life treats me this year, because like I think I made it clear in 2024 and 2025, those years weren't kind to me whatsoever. So and pretty much they certainly halted production in some ways. So I guess, and I really hope that I'm able to really pull through the production of these videos. But again, I'm also a little bit of a perfectionist. The educates that video that I released for after Christmas began production in 2024, and it was stuck in production for a long time because I was basically perfecting the animations and all, But I think enough jabbing. I think it's time for more questions. It's the perfect timing. Got another question. Do you have a favorite ADK parodies? I'll list mine first. Jeeves 476 Tank 2021-00 ADK 82 me PBN ADK videos and MFA GK. Yeah, I could include ADK 82, MFA GK you AGK17, and of course, and I think it's gonna get missing among the normies. Matt Clamps is also on the list because I never seen a paradise just test the words with what you can get away with YouTube, and my God, I think you can slip under the cracks if you're not really known for. Hello, Matt. Hello, Manny. Oh boy. Feel free to anyone joining. Feel free to ask a question in chat, and I'll gonna answer it. Basically, there's some that pretty much cut the copyright system detects some, and pretty much I feel some tunes just unbearable a little bit high pitch. Hello, Comics Trio Official. I think I mispronounced your name, but yeah, episode 3 was a really insane one. I personally really dig the seven episode. So a more twisted version of the Truman Show. In case you missed it, Comics Tribe Official, you can ask a question in chat, and I'll respond it. Oh, hello, Dipsy. Dipsy! Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Seven. Okay, while I wait for questions, I could be discuss the movies I'm expecting to see for. Oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe that can wait. Do you miss when 80K animation used to look very simple back then? I'm talking about using Windows Movie Maker and animating MS Paint like Jeeves does. It's nostalgic. Yeah, I mean it has plenty of charm. But I think the reason why not many parodies are attempting something like this is because it can get as time consuming as animating as much in After Effects because Paint is not really flexible software, and pretty much you basically have to know the software at its limits to be able to pull those animations. I can't imagine how they pulled it off back in the 2000s, but I think it was as time consuming as animating on After Effects. So it's gonna really depend on any newcomer if they want to bring this style back in the future. So yeah, it's charming, it's good, and they have brought some generally funny videos, but it's also time consuming, and pretty much I think many parodies are willing to try something new in the long run. Best episode and worst episode of my series. Best episode is a tie between episode 9, 10, and 11. I think each of them really represent the very best of an HK parody. Worst episode, the geometry dash, but I think that's not by default. It's not a bad HK plays type of episode, but I'm not really that interested in the game, in the subject game, and pretty much I think it's the one where the least is happening. What's your favorite drink? I do like me some Pepsi, but water just straight up tastes simple water. Like plain water is just better. Like it tastes really good. Hydrate yourself for spring. For spring. Frick, I can. Yeah, I'm not really the most. Pretty much when I'm talking unscripted, I'm not really the best of narrators. Somewhere, I could bring that type of animation style back in my reboot series somewhere, because my reboot series is using the classic sprites, because I love the classic style. Yeah, yeah, me too, me too. But you really have to figure out ways to replicate it without the time consumption and pretty much wait if it's faithful. A lot of experimenting has to be put in the front first before we can execute. Okay, while we wait for questions, for some new questions, I could talk about the films I'm expecting to see for 2026, like the movies I want to see in 2026. I'll try to. Oh, never mind. Okay. How often do you have nostalgia cakes? Many frequent. I think frequently, like after one is finished, then pretty much some time passes, and pretty much I get another one. Right now, I'm being in a nostalgia look back for regular show because I grew up with the show when I was a preteen. What do you think of the idea of an 8K series being completely animated with something like Source Filmmaker and Gary Mott? It sounds interesting and it could be a unique take on the meme, but pretty much I think it's also a bit of figuring out the limits of the software, what could work without feeling so alien to the source, and pretty much knowing how to bring those ideas to life. It is original. I can agree with Matt over there, but there's also the fact that pretty much you gotta know your limits, the limits of the softwares or the games in this case, and pretty much in a way figure out a way that pretty much it doesn't stray away from the source. But yeah, it really sounds really good. Yeah, animation really takes a long time. I can confirm it as a digital art student. Animation takes a long time. It's a long time. I'm not just talking about After Effects stuff. I'm also talking about traditional animation. But anyways, while we wait for questions, I can at the very least discuss about the movies I want to see. Oh boy, another interruption. Okay. Do you have any favorite video game series? I'll list mine. Nintendo, obviously, Rayman, ID Software games, Bulb, and Sonic. Well, I really haven't been gaming quite recently, really, but I've been digging. But Mario has been a series I always dig with, even as an adult. Sonic, I am also been really digging. Another nostalgia kick I'm having right now is pretty much hearing the soundtrack for Sonic Heroes. I personally love the Portal series as well. It's not really a franchise because there's only two. Well, there's always only two games with Bulb games. But I personally really love the Portal series as well Team Fortress 2, and maybe we could throw Left 4 Dead. That I really need to invest myself on Half-Life sometime soon. I have the orange box, and I have been really exploring the games. I also really love I personally love the Halo series. I really haven't really tried out anything past the 4th entry. I have the 5th one, the controversial one, but I really haven't been in tune of the series. But with that said, I played a lot of the Bungie developed Halo games. I also love Crash Bandicoot. How could I forget about that one? But man, what an extensive answer, and I think I stumbled upon. Stefan from Radish and Bulgaria passed away. Rest in peace. If I got a PAL release, do you think those in Germany will get the history flawlessly? Well, the story is in English, so pretty much I don't think it will be lost in translation. However, I think many of the German people could really get a dig out of the dialogue because the in-game dialogue of the bosses is in actual German. So pretty much they could immerse the player in some intense battle inside the game. So yeah, I think the many German people will get a kick out of an Einhander. Okay, let's see if I can finally get through. Mario and Sonic are great video game franchises. I agree, they had their blunders, but their games are really fun. But anyways, I think it's in the meantime for more questions, I could talk about the movies I want to see for 2026. And I do have a little bit of a watch list on Letterboxd here that I could discuss. Well, let's talk about movies that are currently out, and I need to fill in time to see it. First, 2020. I want to see the new 28 Years Later movie, The Bone Temple. Well, because like a week ago, I actually watched the entire 28 Days Later franchise, and I personally really liked it. They're not really one of my personal one of my personal favorite horror film franchises, but I really enjoyed the films, especially the new one, 28 Years Later. And I'm interested in what they're going to do for the new one, which is the Bone Temple. And I've been hearing some really cool, some really nice things about the new movie, as well as some really dark stuff. So pretty much I really gotta prepare myself for something mad stuff. Another one that is currently on cinemas is Send Help, the new movie by Sam Raimi. Yes, the same director, the same guy that directed the Evil Dead movies, as well as the original Spider-Man films with Tobey Maguire. Send Help. I really want to see that trailer, and I've heard that it's probably one of his best works. They're currently out, and I just really need to make some space on my free time in order to see them. Okay, another movie I'm interested in seeing is Psycho Killer by Kevin Polone. Yes, I'm a bit of a horror buff, and I really want to see more horror movies. But I really want to see this movie that is basically written by one of the guys that wrote the movie 7 and 8 which I haven't heard nice things about, and the people who produce Barbarian and Weapons. I haven't seen Barbarian, but I've seen Weapons, and it's pretty good. Good. Another movie that I'm interested in seeing is Undertone, which is another new A24 film that is eventually gonna come out in around March. But pretty much I think the premise is sounding interesting. And what about the Super Mario Galaxy movie? I'm always excited to see the new Mario movie. I'm a big horror fan, but pretty much I also have a soft spot for animation, and I'm really interested to see what they have in store in that new one. And I can definitely say that pretty much that Yoshi is still in the fucking spotlight in the trailers. He's fucking adorable. But anyways, another movie that pretty much I'm interested in seeing sometime in 2026 is the survivor of the Warner Bros. Tax write-offs from 2022, Coyote vs. Acme. I've seen the leaked trailer, and it's looking to be a pretty chaotic time. Then we have the Clayface. The the Clayface movie that pretty much is gonna come out in the new DC universe, the new DC universe we having. The same ones are bringing us that brought us Superman from last year and are bringing us Supergirl. I want to see what they have in store for Clayface. I heard that it's R-rated, so pretty much it's looking to be a gory good time. Holy crap. Okay, I'm going a little bit faster, so pretty much I'm going a bit fast. But yeah. Another one that pretty much I'm interested in seeing is the new Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu. To put in short, Iñárritu movie that is coming out, which is Digger. Oh my god. I'm probably gonna trigger a boat, but pretty much is basically the new movie with Tom Cruise and directed by Iñárritu, and it seemed to be like a dark comedy of all sorts. I'm really interested to see what's in offer. Another one that pretty much I'm interested in seeing is the new Michael. Is the movie Michael, which is like a biography of Michael Jackson, an artist that I personally really liked. Like when I was a kid, and pretty much I still do. I remember putting his songs when I used to go to college. But pretty much I'm not really interested to be a biopic that pretty much is gonna blow my mind. I've seen Birdman, and pretty much that straight up was fantastic. Yeah, I agree. MFAGK grifters don't like any type of art. Pretty much in the moment you include like a female character, it just include, and it's just and it's basically just a supporting character. Pretty much they lose their minds and pretty much just scream woke. Are there any directors you want to see more movies they have directed? For reference, I love John Carpenter's The Thing, and I'm planning to see more of this style of filmmaking. Curious enough, yeah, I do really want to see more movies directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. Last year I went to see One Battle After Another. In fact, I also rewatched that film. Like I was saying, I want to see more films directed by Paul Thomas Anderson because I personally really love One Battle After Another, and I've also checked out Punch Drunk Love, which wasn't really as good as I've heard, but it was pretty enjoyable. I do want to see more films from that director, especially Boogie Nights and There Will Be Blood. Anyways, going back to the movies I want to see for 20... yeah, Clayface is really seeing itself as one of the more interesting offerings of the new DC universe. I personally really love the new Superman film, so pretty much I want to see what this new universe have to offer. But another new movie I want to see for 2026 is Werewolf by Robert Eggers. I really love Nosferatu from 2024, and I'm really interested to see another take in another type of another of his takes on the universe of monsters. I also want to see Doom Part 3, which I'm not really the biggest fan of the Doom movies. I think they're pretty good, but pretty much they don't really blow my mind when I'm seeing them. But I'm personally interested in seeing the entire trilogy. I also hope to see if they release the new Spider. I want to see the new Spider-Man. The beginning of the new MCU Spider-Man trilogy, brand new day. Pretty much hearing some of the stuff that pretty much they are doing for it are just making me interested to see more. I already mentioned Supergirl, which I also want to see Supergirl because it's part of the same universe as Superman, and pretty much I personally really laugh at Supergirl's appearance at the end of the new Superman film that released last year. So pretty much I really want to see. Oh, this one is one I want to see. The Odyssey by Christopher Nolan. Back in 2023, Oppenheimer blew my mind. It's legitimately the best movie of this decade so far, and I want to see what his take on pretty much a public domain story, of this public domain story sounds because of this Greek, of this Greek tale. His tale on this Greek tale. His take on of this Greek tale because I trust this man to deliver a banger. He really did a fantastic job with Oppenheimer, and I want to see the Odyssey as soon as it comes out. Another movie I want to see is Hoppers, the new Pixar film with. I personally really have been loving Pixar films since I was a kid, and pretty much I'm still following them till this day. So pretty much I want to see pretty much an offering that is a bit more different from their usual output. And finally, and I hope saying this title doesn't upset YouTube, but another movie I want to see for this year is They Will Kill You, which is directed by Kirill Sokolov. I wish I pronunciate the title correctly, but pretty much this horror action film is really looking to be cool, and I'm pretty much I'll try to see it as soon as possible because that Red Band trailer that they released at the beginning of this year was legitimately really cool. And for those who are still here, those were the films so far that I want to see for 2026. I could include like Project Hail Mary, which is the new movie with Ryan Gosling as well. But yeah, so far 2026 is looking to be a really, really good time. And I hope that pretty much in the movies I mentioned really doesn't disappoint. Oh boy. I'm still open for questions. Ask me any. I'm still here. I hope you're all still here, and I'm really digging this time right now. So yeah, send your questions. I'll be waiting. Oh yeah. There's so many movies so many movies that I want to see in 2026, and some of which their marketing so far has been legitimately cool. Pretty much the movies that really seem cool. I mean, okay. Okay. Do you like cheese? Yeah, I like cheese. Mozzarella, manchego, Oaxaca. I like plenty of cheeses. Your thoughts on the Super Smash Bros. Series? You may know that I used that type of fight style in my reboot series, and with the mix of Dragon Ball, also reinvented for Smash, please. Yeah, Sakurai, please add Rayman, and bribe the hell out of Ubisoft, please. But my general thoughts of the Super Smash Bros. Series, I do really like the movie. I really like the game series. It can really get fun. It can be fun, a fun, chaotic time, as well as something really enjoyable. Okay, I'm not expressing my opinion correctly here, but yeah, the Smash series is fun, and it can get addictive at times. But with all that said, the fan base kind of sucks. Mozzarella is one of my favorite cheeses. Jesus. Yeah! The timing of those chats is funny. Yes! Funny. My God. I've been talking a lot, very much. Yeah, I really need to hydrate myself. It's a little bit of a hydrate myself. I've been talking a lot. I haven't drank water, which I need to keep those vocal cords I have like active. Still waiting for questions. Actually, any questions you have, send any questions because in like a couple minutes I'm gonna close the Q&A and do something different with the stream. Something fun to still involve chat, but pretty much I'm not really gonna take questions after a couple minutes. So pretty much any question you have about either something related to movies or the pipeline of having a screen or anything, feel free to ask me. Because later on we're gonna do something fun. Do you have any favorite Gmodders? Mine are That's Bullshit, Kitty 0706, Dr. Loud. Kitty's basically one of my personal favorites. But if I have to include one of the underrated ones, I think Copo, which is a Latin American and low-quality user that pretty much also was known for implementing Gmod in his videos. His stuff is like pretty much like Kitty, but it's like Kitty's content, but pretty much with a Latin American taste. Although he retired from Gmod, I think he slightly retired from Gmod because some of his new stuff has been audio related. What is your favorite type of music? Well, my favorite type of music is classic rock. I do love me some Queen and 80s music. And what's your favorite color? I think that's easy to notice. I think the screen you're seeing right now, just say it. Just straight up say it. It's blue. I personally really love. If I have two OCs are blue, and if my avatar is pretty much straight up using some different type of blue, then it must be blue. It's kind of the obvious question. Which of my favorite color? What color is my favorite? Nice. Yeah, blue is awesome. Blue is awesome. I'm blue, body, body, bee, ba, bee, 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 bee. Have I screwed up the lyrics? La 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 la. I like listening to video game music. I want to pick some of the fitting music tracks for my series to make you get excited. Yeah, picking music for videos can get tricky. You need that specific track that pretty much just fits the vibe of the scene. Pretty much when you feel the one is finally the piece for that scene, then comes another track that pretty much just it's completely different. Who's the better GTA protagonist, Nico Bellic or Carl Johnson? Ooh, that's a really tricky one because those are among the best of the GTA characters. I personally really love Nico for his sardonics, for his more darker backstory, as well his worldview. But Carl Johnson also has an interesting backstory and pretty much fits some of the more satirical and sardonic sense of humor of GTA San Andreas. So pretty much it's really picky. But if I'm honest, I think CJ wins here. I love Nico a lot, and pretty much you can notice that I include Nico because he's just really memeable. But CJ just basically has a lot of elements that pretty much just breeds the spirit of what makes the GTA series fun. You heard with during the boss fight from Splatoon 3. I really need to see. I haven't noticed. I really need to play Splatoon 3. I already have my own copy. I I no longer have the excuse of why I'm not playing the game because I already bought that bastard a long time ago, and pretty much I haven't picked up to play Splatoon 3. Okay, I don't have the money for the DLC, but I really need to try out a Splatoon game. Why buy something if I'm not playing it? But to be honest, I haven't been gaming a lot. I've been more moving a lot. Moving, watching movies. I think I became a little bit more of a movie watcher more than a gamer. I think 16-year-old me will be flabbergasted to hear that I prefer watching movies than gaming right now. You'll feel betrayed. Oh boy. Splatoon Raiders. Splatoon Raiders of the Lost Ark. Dun 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 dun. Oh boy, I just love referencing out, making reference to a lot of stuff. Waiting for question. I wonder if AGK plays Marble Rivals. I don't think that's happening. It's not happening, dude. I'm not really interested in Marble Rivals. I don't even have the systems or the strong computer to record the gameplay. I'm not really interested in multiplayer games aside from Team Fortress 2. But I don't really have like much interest in multiplayer. So I doubt you're gonna see like that. Do you think characters should make some appearances in AGK? Because I think having ABGN is kind of being done too much. Yeah, very much. We need more Kadikaru's references and memes in videos. His chaotic style of humor could fit the vibe of the AEK community. Curious enough, I actually included Kadikaru's meme in Never Let a Wisp Bun Gun. Never Let a Wisp Bun Gun. I think gun, and it's basically the I'm going to lose my house. That moment. I saw a green screen and pretty much I couldn't resist to include it because it's just really silly. We need more memes. Favorite meme? That's a little bit tricky. In terms of classic, I can guess the Yao Ming meme. Like, you know, that face where he's just laughing. Thing where in pretty much the classic Rage comics, when you use that meme, it's pretty much the character just doing I give up, I'm gonna do this thing for my own benefit. I'm really tired of this. We should... That's a personal classic and a great one. In terms of other memes... well, it's no longer gonna be a modern meme because it's gonna be 10 years, but the Steam Hams meme is straight up fantastic. We need more spawns. Hello, I'm Spawns! I personally... Yeah, we need more Spawns reference as well. But it's about correctly picking which moment, and of course not doing your own sponsored stuff, because that will be copyright infringement. Answer your questions. In a couple minutes, I'm not accepting more. Oh boy. When there's nothing to do, I really start to saying generally stupid stuff. Like, my sense of humor just a source of this unconcentrated things. Do you have any favorite moments from my personal favorites episodes? Episode 8, 10, 13, 14, and 15? For episode 8, I think in my favorite scene is the entire prison riot scene. It's just chaotic and action filled to the brim, especially the helicopter part. It's straight up out of an action film. For episode 10, I think the entire battle between Leopold and Hiro is just really awesome and energetic. Energetic. Especially the truck scene. It's just fun. For episode 13, in I guess the first phase of the cartridge battle, which is where the game is sending all of the sprites from the game and pretty much Leopold's fighting them through them. That's fun. For episode 14, it's pretty much the end. The ending where Leonard gets his well-deserved punishment after what he's done. It's satisfying, but the younger Slake brother doesn't get away with it. And from episode 15, a little bit of a hot take, but I really love the stuff involving the news, the media circus that very much surrounds themselves in the episode. It's a really energetic and fun bit of satire that we kind of need a little bit more of in AGK parodies. A bit of satire of why society just fucking sucks. Oh boy. Favorite moments of episode 8, 9, 10, and 11 of your series? For episode 8, that's a tricky one. But but I think I personally really laugh at the moment where Leopold is just flirting with that freestyle machine in that episode. It's just weird enough that it becomes really funny. As well, the chase scene between Leopold and Leonidas. That's also fun. For episode 9, Leopold, I love that episode and there's so many funny jokes. So it's hard to pick, but I guess I can pick the scene where Leopold just utilizes a movie poster to attack Ronald. That's a really funny bit of slapstick. For episode 10, it's very much some of the gags involving Juddle. Pretty much like objecting everyone, like no exception, everyone's weapons, which basically evens the battlefield. As well, the Schindler's generals coming in Grand Theft Auto. So, that's a funny bit. And from episode 11, it's oddly a more heartwarming moment. That's pretty much Leopold realizing that his grandpa is not that bad of a family member. That pretty much they do have a common. I think after what I went through back at the end of 2024, which I'm not really going into detail because I want to move on from it, but it involved losing a family member. But that moment really was something heartwarming, and pretty much it just really made me feel good. That's a genuinely underrated moment from an episode 11 is genuinely great. I'm going to do my best to make episode 16 as good as those episodes, but it will take time because remember, as I work on something big for that. We're waiting for you for that new episode. I'm pretty sure you're gonna deliver a banger. Who's your favorite class to play as in Team Fortress 2? I'm an engineer. I like to play a lot as an engineer. I know that very much it sounds like a little bit of a cheap character to use, but personally speaking, I really like to be like a support player. Like supply people with their neo weapons, like assist in pretty much breaches of security and as well pretty much supplying the needed stuff. I really love playing as an engineer. But in terms of other classes, I also like to play as scout and heavy. That's heavy. But I'm an engineer. Hello, XNGK! Long time no see! What are you, Sonic? Hello, Mr. Hello, Dark Phoenix. I'm doing fine. Or like I'll always call you, Mr. Trollinator. Oh boy. But yeah, I'm doing fine. Taking aside the teasing, I'm doing fine. I'm having fun with the stream and something a little bit more experimental around here. Feel free to ask me any question because I actually answered plenty of them. Mainly movies, many in games, many AEK series. A lot of stuff. Ask me anything. Throw me something. But I'm not afraid to pretty much ignore a question if I feel it's lame. Yeah, not funny. Do you have any favorite type of YTPs? Mine is the rom chum due to how bizarre and which they as hell they are. I think one of my favorite styles of YouTube poop are the flash poops. Something like pretty much when you take the source and pretty much animate to all help and pretty much put the characters in a new setting and pretty much tell a different story rather than just telling jokes. Something like Skeleton's Revenge and the game gets a new car. Something like that. I love flash poops. Especially with how exaggerated the effect compositions can get. Yes, sir. In this year now, it's been a long time. It's not really my first rodeo. It's not like my first live stream, but it's the first one after many years. The last one I did was during pandemic times. What do you think of MacClamps 7406? One of the best of the genre, pretty much is, but it's oddly the parodies that pretty much I will not recommend. Like both at the same time. I will recommend because of the more of the style of editing, the construction of the many elements involving the AGK community, and pretty much with how really interesting the storytelling can get. But at the same time, I will not really recommend it to people because that's for mature audiences. It doesn't. It's like I said like a long while ago. It's Madclamp series often loves to cross the line of what is allowed on YouTube, and some of the stuff that is allowed pretty much makes you question, where's that moderation on YouTube? And how the hell does he get away with this stuff? In the words of Mr. Pigment, he can't keep getting away with it! He can't keep getting away with it! Oh boy. And just you know it, I'm gonna include a lot of Breaking Bad reference in newer videos. Just you wait! Low, nice. Also some of the YouTube names from the Rum Chum canal sound very hilarious, like Toys on Acid, Captain Jackass, Jurassic Park, Alan Jackass. Anyone remember that moment from Jurassic Park 3 that pretty much there's a raptor and the pretty much Alan is just dreaming and pretty much someone just takes the face of a raptor and just says, Alan. Yeah, pretty much that's what Alan Jackass is hearing. Hearing in my mind. Every time I hear the name Alan, I think of that moment from that really subpar Jurassic Park movie. Me. I'm just gonna say it out of the gate. I don't like the Jurassic Park franchise whatsoever. Aside from the first film, which is a cinematic classic, and Lost World and the first Jurassic World, the rest of the franchise just plain sucks. Alright, just a few more questions, and then we move to the second and last activity I have in mind. And it's one we're gonna have a little bit of fun. I love doing some. I love doing some really dumb laughs. There's something really fun. They say that pretty much laughs can be contagious, but pretty much laughs themselves can be funny as all hell. Rebecca Black's Overlords of the Universe. Oh my god, that fucking sounds epic. What's your least favorite food? I say eggs. Like, when you use it as an ingredient, I don't mind it. Pretty much it's part of many things, like bits, but like one of my favorite foods with it, which is pizza as well, cake. Free cake! Free cake! But at the same time when it's just the direct plate, I don't like the taste. Like, something just never clicks. In fact, pretty much my mind just straight up rejects it. I'm not the biggest fan of eggs, so pretty much if you invite me to Denny's, you bet your ass I'm not really gonna order any their Grand Slam. And if they try to force me, I'm gonna lose it. A food you totally hate, a food that makes you gag. Well, it's not in the food in general, but pretty much there's a Mexican mark called salt. There's a Mexican mark of potato chips called salt that pretty much nowadays just disgusts me. And that's because one time it's straight up I suffered food poisoning from one of their bags. So pretty much every time I now see one of their stuff, a product of theirs, it just makes me actively remember that day and pretty much makes me gag. Do you like the voice acting of Trey Parker and Matt Stone in South Park? And even Team American Voice Police? And what do you think of Trey voicing Brad from Despicable Me 3? I really like the voice acting in South Park. It just really... It can be pretty funny, especially in the way that Trey and Matt deliver the lines, especially Trey. In fact, I think the voice acting in South Park kind of reminds me of the way I'm practicing voice acting, in which that pretty much you're voicing different characters, but the public knows that pretty much it's still you, because when I alternate between Pony the Maker's voice and Pauline the Wolf's voice, pretty much you can still hear that is my voice. Well, I'm not really doing them properly right now because I'm speaking. I'm pretty much right now I'm speaking as AVM, not as the dumb pony or as the cool wolf, which got ranked really low. Well, but yeah, I really love the voice acting in South Park. Okay. And what was the rest of the and even Team America World Police? Pretty much is also pretty entertaining. Surprisingly enough, I haven't seen that movie, but I've seen clips of it, and the delivery of what I've seen is pretty funny. I really need to see it, the movie. And Trey voicing Brad was one of the saving graces of Despicable Me 3. That movie is mid, but Trey just carried over the movie in there. What's your favorite storylines ever told in any fictional story? fictional medium. That's a little bit of a tricky one, but I guess. But I personally like the like some form of epic that pretty much the characters just invest themselves in in an adventure or a journey. It can be fantastical, like in Lord of the Rings or whatever stuff Marvel has cooked up, or something more grounded, like in the way of one battle after another, or another film, or no, that one, no, or Bugon, no, that doesn't classify. But I also like the stories where pretty much it just goes from bad to worse. Words like in Martin Supreme, that pretty much everything that the character is doing just pretty much doesn't pay whatsoever, and pretty much keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse for the character. And when you think they're getting a break, pretty much life just say nope. I like that type of stories where nothing goes right for the main character. Sure. I think I fumbled the question a little bit because I got lost, but I think I can deliver a deal too long didn't read. But I like simple adventure stories that pretty much just tell adventures, either grounded or tell an adventure or a conflict, either grounded or fantastical, as well as those stories where pretty much things just go wrong in every single chance it can get. Well seen, Leo Puck! Well seen! 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 I don't know what I'm doing. Do you have any favorite video game consoles? Nintendo 64, 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 Nintendo 64. But I also like the PS1 and the Nintendo Switch. Has been one of my favorite modern consoles. I also have fond memories of the original Xbox, the OG Xbox One, like Xbox. Xbox! I remember playing that being the main console I used to play Crash to Insanity, as well as some licensed games. Wall scene. Okay, let me do something fun. I gotta set it in my microphone. Wall scene. Do you all hear that? Do you all hear that? Wallaby scene. Well, Wallaby scene. Wallaby wall scene. in San Rocco in the wall scene. Fracas, man. Do anyone remember Rocco's Modern Life? I do. One of my personal favorite Nicktoons. Okay, a few more minutes and then we do. Okay, a few more minutes and then we do the other thing. Something I. We'll see overused nails. Buy those nails. Buy those nails. Because we're doing something terrifying. Man, just saying, we're doing something fun. It sounds threatening. I'm not gonna specify, but pretty much it involves editing. That's it. Editing. One more question? Anyone has one more question? But do you? Oh, I'm noticing one. Do you like sausages? Yeah, I love sausages. Yes. Yes. I'm not a fan of eggs, but I sure love sausages. you heard of this type of thing called Fruitiger Arial? If you've seen Windows XP Vista and 7, and you know what I'm talking about, and you may have seen me and MFAGK adding it to our series recently. Well, I did experience Windows 7. I think you're referring to the area theme that pretty much the system used to have. And I think that's pretty much the perfect theme Windows ever had. It's like a mix of... It's like a mix of modern and classic that pretty much just feels right. Right. Windows 7 really had the best UI. And pretty much even though I did like Windows 8.1 and I'm pretty much liking I've been liking Windows 10, you can really never beat the nostalgia that many people have for Windows 7. Yep. And we're gonna take a little bit of a break. I'll be returning with what we'll... Oh. Well, never mind. I have one last question. What are your thoughts on Sega's other franchises, like Alter Beast, Vectorman, Ristar, Nights into Dreams, and Yakuza? Ooh. Well, I haven't really tried out their other franchise, but pretty much I do have some nostalgia for Jet Set Radio Future as well. That I've tried out some of their racing arcades, and they're really fun. So, I really want to try out. I also play Crazy Taxi. Yeah. It's fun. But yeah, I really want to. I haven't really played a lot of Sega games outside of Sonic, the racing arcades, and Crazy Taxi, and Jet Set Radio. But I do really want to try out more of their mascots that pretty much they have neglected for years. So yeah, I don't really have much thoughts on the other franchise, but they do really seem interesting. Alright, we're gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm gonna get some more water. I'm gonna get a bit more hydrated, and we're gonna do a little fun thing to cap off this first stream. I'll be right back. Oh boy. I hope my computer doesn't die, but I'm back. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do next. I'm gonna do an improv AGK video. Like, it's gonna be short. I'm not really gonna do something really detailed or anything, but pretty much let's do something. let's do something fun. Let's make a short 80k video, a really dumb one, really dumb one. I have Vegas Pro open, and pretty much I do have some basic material like Leopold's right, the original video, and keyboards and the keyboard. But pretty much we're gonna do something fun here. We're gonna be making a short 80k video. I'm gonna really detail the story bits, the initial story bits, and you guys are gonna fill in the blanks that I give you. That is if Vegas really starts responding, because my god, it takes its sweet time to even open itself, and pretty much if it closes, I'm gonna cry. Right, this is oh. My god, I didn't. Anyways, let's begin. Leopold goes on his computer and he's gonna do something. What he's gonna do first? Leopold goes in his computer. What he's gonna do? What he's gonna do? Tell me and I'll edit it in. But of course, keep it like friendly to YouTube's rules, because I'm not Mad Clams and I don't know how to get away with really risky stuff. So pretty much I'll any shitpost and idea, keep it safe for work, because I'm not really gonna risk this live stream and my entire channel just for dark laughs. Okay. Okay, that's a good beginning. Leopold goes into his computer to draw a picture of his favorite food. That's a good beginning. That's a good start. That's a good start. Yeah, my computer is just dying. Okay. Everything's gonna crash. Nothing is getting hurt, but oh boy, I think it has to do with the fact that every time I connect to my microphone, it just loses. I think the computer sets it up as if it was the volume. So hold on. Okay. It's perfect when I'm. Hold on. But yeah, pretty much our first story bit for this short 8K video is Leopold wants to draw a picture of his favorite food. Okay. Yeah, everything just loves it. Yeah, yeah, you really need a new computer. I can do a lot of stuff, but damn it, it just. Okay, we can start. Okay. My god, oh boy. So yeah, first story beat is Leopold wants to draw a picture of his favorite food. Pretty much, and we're going there. We're going there. Just waiting for Vegas to just work! Oh my god. It already has its hangs up, but pretty much now that I'm streaming right now, pretty much it's just like begging to die. The software is begging to be put out of its misery. But you know, that's pretty much when you run an editing software on a really weak computer. Okay. First subtitle, sample text. Here. I'm pretty much gonna half-ass this. We're gonna do it for fun. We're not really gonna add it. Here. No. Yeah. Okay, I think I... Okay, no. Maybe it's... Yeah, okay. Dum-dum. We're gonna leave it in the typos because fuck it, it's a shit post. One of... Oh, no, my son's not yet dumb shit. Let's be Captain Obvious. We're gonna screw up this video. We're gonna ruin it. We're gonna ruin it. We're gonna make an AK video, but I never said it was gonna be good. We're gonna add the hot text. And we're gonna leave it. We're making the worst ADK. Okay, so far I haven't really detailed the next story beat. So pretty much right now I'm trying to do something here. Okay. And I'm gonna add some cool effects because I don't want this to just start burning. We're doing some professional editing, folks. And on this computer. Want to do it. Bueno. Listen. It's so fucking. We're forcing in a movie reference. Reference. Oh boy. Okay, first story beat. Okay. Okay, we have our first story beat here. Now tell me through chat. What had Lipple tries to. Okay, our first story beat is that Lipple wants to draw his favorite foot. What happens next? Tell me. What happens next? Tell me, just tell me what happens next, so pretty much we can still edit something really dumb here. We're gonna do a short video and pretty much short video to cap off things. Yes, I need another story beat. Let me know what else to do. Anyone wants to tell me a story, like a story beat, so pretty much I can know. Oof, I really. Oh boy, I really don't know if I can download sources right now, so pretty much I'll. I really can't download some. I can't really download sources for the Hannah Montana team on MIDI, so very much I'll have to improvise. If this computer lets me. Oh boy. Okay, let's go. Let's fucking go. I'm Hannah Montana. I'm gonna sing like this. I'm gonna. I'm gone. Oh boy. I'm gonna improvise the hell out of this. Watch me, gang. I'm gonna. If this computer lets me, my god, I can. Okay. I'm fighting. Okay, our next story beat after Lipo just wanting to record and to draw his favorite plate. Pretty much, he accidentally puts Hannah Montana. But since I think I won't be able to download a MIDI because right now I have an active stream, so pretty much I'm gonna fucking sing. So pretty much, if you don't really want to wins, pretty much plug your ears because I'm gonna sing horribly. I think the computer is having trouble, so. Yep. Biggest Pro is just wrong. It's just struggling, man. Oh, finally. I'm sorry, I had to improvise. I can't download a MIDI, so pretty much this is the Hannah Montana song people has to hear. Yes, I'm gonna use it, Vegas. Just stop struggling. Oh. Oops, Vegas just screwed up, so pretty much you're gonna have to hear it again. God damn it! Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't... Guys, I think the software is struggling. Oh my god. Should I... Yeah, I mean... yeah, I don't know what's happening, but... Everything 104. I... Oh boy. I'm trying to record it, but I think considering we have an active stream, it's just struggling. Vegas Pro is just struggling even more than usual. So pretty much, I don't know if I'm able to. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, I kind of. I am trying to. Having a little bit of trouble. Please. Being a Vegas user is like being in an abusive relationship. Pretty much, you depend on this motherfucker, and yet, you're just treated bad as an editor. You're treated badly. Okay, one more try. Come on, record. La 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 la! My god, I'm gonna destroy my freaking vocal cords. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, peeps. I'm sorry, I think I have to even improvise even more because it looks like Vegas and the biggest recording system is just not working whatsoever. It works absolutely fine when it's just the software, but pretty much considering I'm streaming right now, pretty much I have to have Lipo play this part. My god, I just made an absolute fucking fool out of myself. And pretty much oh my god. Okay, at least I think the Slickters are just gonna have it and the time of their life with this. It's this horrible on purpose singing. And if I made your ears bleed, I'm sorry, but I'm not paying for physical recovery. Okay. Oh my god. Yep. Oh my god. Oh my god, the stream just stuttered. Holy crap. Oh my god, I'm never editing. Either I'm not editing here or Fuck, man.